Hey, you guys know any good offering ideas for the Greek gods? I mean, it really depends on the god, you know? Some gods take animals, a specific age or color, some take plants, some take birds, some take bread, but what about your own son? Great idea, right? That's certainly what the next dumbass on the list thought, so let's talk about cannibalism. So this guy, Tantalus, was hosting dinner for the Olympians when he decided it would be a really great idea to chop up and boil his son Pelops into a banquet for the gods just to see if they would notice. And they definitely noticed. Except Demeter, who was a little bit depressed over Persephone being in the underworld and absentmindedly ate the kid's shoulder. After that whole thing, the gods revived Pelops and sent his father to Tartarus. Oh, and while they were setting up his punishment, Poseidon took one look at Pelops' twink ass and decided to whisk him away to Olympus to have some fun, along with teaching him how to ride the chariot. Meanwhile, Tantalus was submerged to his chest in fresh, nice water, and a tree with branches weighed down by delicious looking fruit hung above his head. Not so bad, right? Well, that's what Tantalus thought as well. But then she got thirsty and tried to drink the water, but it receded. He then tried the fruit, but it rose out of his reach. Both where he could see, but could never eat them. Now, this version isn't as ironic or poetic as Sisyphus, um, because there are other versions of this story where the crime he committed that landed him in Tartarus was actually trying to steal ambrosia, the food of the gods, which kind of makes more sense. He's reaching for something that is out of his reach. But I just don't get why they kept the same ending in the cannibalism one. Do you know what will get Zeus pissed off at you? Ruining his relationship of the week. Do you know what else will get Zeus pissed off at you? Breaking the laws of hospitality. So, do you now know what you shouldn't do? Try to fuck Zeus's wife.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Ixion was a king of Thessaly. Damn, there are a lot of those on here. And a pretty bad guy. I don't really know where he came from, since sources vary on him being a son of Ares or Leonidas or Anton and Paramele, and he's sometimes even Zeus himself. So questionable origins out of the way, let's get into the story. So, according to Apollodorus, Ixion got engaged to a girl named Dia by offering her father Dioneus a hefty bride price, but didn't pay when they got married. And in revenge, Dioneus stole Ixion's horses. And for that, Ixion said fit and decided to steal his father-in-law's life by inviting him to a feast where he pushed him into a bed of hot kindling. This unsurprisingly got him charged and exiled, going mad at some point until Zeus takes pity on him and brings him to Olympus. You know, maybe he was a son of Zeus, since I don't see this happening under any other circumstance that isn't divine nepotism. Anyways, instead of being thankful for Zeus for welcoming him to Olympus, Ixion decides to force himself onto Hera. When the Queen of the Gods reports to her husband, he decides to verify for himself by creating a fake Hera out of clouds. And lo and behold, Ixion sleeps with her. Seeing this as confirmation for what he did, Ixion threw him off of Olympus and straight into Tartarus, having Hermes bind him to a flaming wheel, spinning for eternity. Also, Cloud Hera gave birth to the first centaurs.